Welcome to St Ives School of Painting's How-To series. Short lessons taken from our longer online courses, designed to help you build confidence and skills in drawing and painting, one focused exercise at a time.
This isn't really about drawing accuracy. It's really about tone. So I'm using I've got quite thick bits of charcoal just to block out the relevant parts. So I've got here, that's not actually making an impact. Here we go. I'm going to put the window in here first. And you know, remember last time I draw, well, I'm not actually drawing with a charcoal. It's, as I say, it's about the tonal contrast. So I probably need to go back in with a rubber eraser. Not maybe too much. I don't know why I've done that right through the middle, but it could work. And there's the window bar. That's that there. That's that there. And hopefully I shall just be able to show you what happens, and then you can start to explore this. So I'm tempted, I'm going to put the window bar up there as if it's open. And this is open. So I've got, just take that back a minute. I've got that little rock there, and then the sand here, and the shoreline. There's that. Now I've got to go back in with that, because that's the side of the jug, which is like that. That's the jug, and this will require quite a lot of squinting. So this jug is darker. Totally. This is why it's a useful thing to do, because you can start to understand how things gradiate from foreground to distance in terms of tonal contrast. So this actually you can do, it's quite useful to do before you do any of these sessions, just simply because you'll start to understand how the tone's working, and then just gives you that background, it's background knowledge really. So there's the compotier. I mean, this is, as I say, it's not really about the skill in drawing. There's the apples. And so I'm actually going to put another extra apple down there. So in it, I've got to shot myself in the foot slightly, because this is where, in fact, you know what? I'm just going to put it like this, and we're going to get rid of this. And again, it's the same with the white fright. You know, by all means, it doesn't matter if you have to rub this all out. I'm going to actually put the reason I've had to do that is because I've got to put the horizon line in somewhere. This has now become my horizon line, and it's worth putting in the sky as a tone. Don't leave it as white paper. I'm just going to scuffle that in. This is, now I've got a sort of, and you can actually make this an imaginary landscape, because as I'm about to show you, it doesn't matter if this is an imaginary landscape. The important thing is how you can play with the space. It just takes a little while before I can actually show you this. I'm going to put a landmass in there. And I did start to introduce this idea when I played around with little bits of paper on the demonstration that I did in the last session. So I've got a lot of, so even this is working spatially. So this bit here does look nearer to us, partly because it's at the bottom of the page, but also because it's high contrast in comparison to what's going on out here. So this is where, I'm just going to strengthen that. You see, in order to pull that window forward, I need to make that darker. And doing that has just brought that forward. And that land mass actually looks quite, it's really helpful looking at the camera to see how that's working. That landmass looks closer. So if I want to make a landmass that looks further away, I either need to make that darker. Let's just try that, see what happens. And this is just the structure. This is not the detail of the painting. So if I make that a lot darker, can you see that's starting to look like it's further away? I'm just going to take the sky down a bit, make it a bit paler. Like that. So that again is paler. So if I make the horizon line where it meets even paler, I'm just using a, what's it called? A putty rubber. It's just all take, now that's paler. And now if I make this closer to the, I've just got to go over it like that. Somehow I've got to get this sort of sense of, just put in some sense of the waves in there. Rub that all back. And then I keep that as the light on the window. Hopefully, and I need some more, just extend that beach and make this, give that a bit of light on there, bit of light there. Hopefully, you start to see how that is really sitting a lot further forward than it was before. I haven't even put shadows. Let's put a bit of shadows. So what happens if I reverse that? This is where it gets fun. Actually, before I do that, I'm just going to show you what if, and we did this before, what if there was a lighthouse? If I make it really dark, or a little boat, let's make a little boat, a fake boat out there. If I make it really dark, can you see it's looking completely strange? It is small, but because it's so much contrast between that and what's behind it, it's giving the illusion of being very close, which of course does happen occasionally. You do get an odd thing, and there are plenty of examples of paintings where people do that. So I'm just going to take that back. Still have the boat, still the same scale, but how does it sit? Do you see it's disappeared? Not disappeared, sorry. What I mean is it looks like it's further away is what I'm trying to say. So let's put in a little bit of land mass there, another coming down this side. It's really, I mean, you can actually do this with an imaginary landscape. You don't even have to have a setup. So just doing that now looks like that's in front of the boat. If I want to push the boat further back, just rub it a bit more. It's gone even further back. If I can make that sail even paler, let's really try and get rid of that. And I'll just put that sky back in. It's gone back further. So the same applies to the sky. So say if there was a cloud, if I make it really dark up here at the edge of it, it's going to look like it's in front of the sailing boat. Let's knock that cloud back a bit. And suddenly it's gone back again. So you can play with it like that. So really pushing things back, making them look further away by reducing the contrast, putting things forward by increasing the contrast. And really it's as simple as that. And then you can use that in terms of contrast in your painting, as I did yesterday here with these parts. But we'll go on actually to look at how you can do that with just colour. So not tonal contrast, but colours. But this one is exploring how you can use tonal contrast to alter the depth. Just to show you now, I'm going to try and turn it inside out. So I'm going to make everything that's dark here in the foreground pale, and everything that's pale dark. So that requires me doing quite a lot of rubbing out. And I'll stop just to show you even just what it's like there. So it's rather nice, foggy day down in St Ives. I mean, even that slight difference of tone, that this is still remains darker than what's outside, gives it a sense of depth. And also there's scale involved. Always remember scale. But let's see what happens if I make this really dark. Now, put that boat back in. This is difficult because it's not one thing, but if I put the horizon line as dark, And this land mass is dark. How's that jumping up? Bit of a land mass there. So they are coming forward, but I'm going to go even darker. Okay, let's put the whole of the sea. Sometimes in St Ives an amazing thing happens, which is we get a very dark day. On a very dark days, the sea is almost transparent. On very light days, it's inky black. It really goes black. Now let's go really dark with the sky. Really dark. And then I need to introduce more contrast though, because it's no good just having dark. So I'm going to put in the horizon line like that. There. And that becomes quite hard to look at. Do you see how it's all coming forward? And if I put the shoreline in here like this, do you see? It's kind of, it hurts your head. You can't really see this as inside. So let's rub it all out again. See what we're left with. I mean, what's fun is you can do this all on one piece of paper. And even then, just reintroducing these lights inside where it hits the window. Let's just put that. It's amazing what your eye will tell you. Get the jug back in. So even that, reintroducing the contrast inside will bring it back in. Again, it's sort of looking like it's inside. I could, and if I make that darker again, that higher contrast, it will come inside more. So you can actually alter the sort of depth of field that you get. That's brought it back in. Put those back in. And you don't, it's, as I said, it's not about the, your ability to draw it. It's just exploring how contrast affects depth. That's really come in. Let's make this stronger again. I'm kind of going full circle now, except for I've got a much darker outside. And that's brought that back in again. So enjoy exploring this. It's actually really good fun. You feel like you can, you're all powerful here. Okay, thank you.
Want more tips, tricks and inspiration? Each of the short lessons are taken from one of our full courses in our extensive online library. We have over 100 courses available for you to watch on demand. Visit our website to find out more and hit subscribe for more creative inspiration.